And it's been 3 years after the Supreme Court delivered a 5-4 majority judgment affirming the declaration of John Dramani Mahama as the legitimate winner of the country's closely fought 2012 presidential poll.
The 9-member panel dismissed the petition brought by leaders of the main opposition New Patriotic Party claiming fraud in the election.
A cloud of suspense hung over the country prior to the declaration of the verdict.
The long wait prior to the reading of the Supreme Court's verdict no doubt sapped the nerves of President John Mahama and his viewing party members. This was the mood at the NPP headquarters before the pronouncement of the verdict. Justice Atuguba obviously eased the tension. In a judgment that lasted barely 10 minutes, Justice Atuguba said, although some of the petitioners' claims were upheld by individual justices, the combined effect of their collective opinions dismissed the petition. The petitioners claimed there were irregularities and statutory violations in the electoral process which affected the outcome of the elections. The 3 petitioners, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, presidential candidate of the NPP, his running mate Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and party chairman, the late Jake Obechebi Lamte, wanted nearly 4 million votes nullified, on account of which the first petitioner would have been declared winner of the elections. To prove their case, lawyers for the petitioners produced evidence of instances of voting without biometric verification, overvoting, absence of signatures of presiding officers, duplicate serial numbers, duplicate polling station codes, and unknown polling station codes. Justice Atuguba, Sofa Adinyura, Bafo Boni, Nasiru Suleiman Agbadegbe, and Vida Akotobamfo dismissed the claim of overvoting and absence of signature of presiding officers. 6 judges, Atuguba, Sofa Adinyura, Nasiru Suleiman Agbadegbe, Vida Akotobamfo, Victor Jones Doche and Bafo Boni dismissed the claims of voting without biometric verification. The petitioners' claims of overvoting, absence of presiding officers' signatures, and voting without biometric verification were upheld by Justices Julius Ansah, Rosowusu and Eni Yeboah. They ordered a rerun of the elections in the affected areas. On his part, Justice Victor Jones Doche granted the claim of overvoting and laid down a roadmap for figures to be ascertained and cancelled and ordered a rerun in affected areas. Justice Bafo Boni upheld the claim of voting without biometric verification, cancelled the vote involved, and ordered a rerun in the electoral areas concerned.
Ansah, Owusu, and Eni Yeboah JJSC grant all the 3 claims, that's to say overvoting, absence of presiding officer signature, and voting without biometric verification, and all the votes involved, and order a rerun of the affected areas. The overall effect is that the first respondent was validly elected, and the petition is therefore dismissed.
After the verdict, President John Mahama received an important phone call. Vice President Kwesi Bekwui Emisa Arthur confirmed NPP flag bearer Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo had called to congratulate the President John Mahama.
The case has been resolved definitively in favor of the President. The losing candidate has called to congratulate the President, and we hope that everybody now will get on with supporting the President to do the work that he's been elected to do.
The NPP 2012 presidential candidate Nana Akufo-Addo said although he disagreed with the court's verdict, he had accepted it, adding the party would not ask for a review.
The Supreme Court of our nation has spoken. The result of the December 2012 presidential election has been confirmed as having been won by the candidate of the National Democratic Congress, President Mahama. As I said earlier, whilst I disagree with the court's decision, I accept it. I accept that what the court says brings finality to the election dispute. We shall not be asking for a review of the verdict, so we can all move on in the interest of our nation.
Barely 4 months to election 2016, it is the hope of Ghanaians that the election will not lead to another election petition.